What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another one. If you are new to the channel, I am Gold Pony. Behind me is the Stegosaurus. This is a 2019 Challenger Scat Pack, and per your request today, we are going to do a comparison between the two because when you are shopping for one, there is the possibility that you may be shopping for the other as well. So today, I'm going to go over 10 of the key differences between the two. So as always, let's get started. So today we have this 2019 Challenger Scat Pack courtesy of Stettler Dodge Jeep Ram in York, PA. But so when it comes to the comparison, first thing on my list is the pricing. And so the 2019 Challenger Scat Pack base price is going to start at $39,995. When it comes to the Mustang GT, that base price is going to be $35,355. There are a couple different reasons why the Mustang GT does start at a lower base price, one of them being the tech display. There is a simple 4.2-inch non-touchscreen display that will come with the base model. So if you wanted to get into a muscle car for a little less expensive price without the tech being necessary, that is part of the reason why that one's going to start at a lower price. But moving on to handling and suspension. I think most of you guys are going to know which way this one is going to go. However, let me first start by saying you guys probably know the Mustang GT is available with the MagneRide damping system, which of course helps for not only a smoother ride, but to tighten up the suspension around heavy cornering as well. But the Challenger Scat Pack also now is available with an adaptive damping system, so that is there for you as well. So ultimately what the handling really comes down to is the size of the two vehicles. Mustang GT comes in at a weight of 3,705 pounds. Scat Pack comes in at 4,241 pounds. That is a 536 pound difference between the two cars. You guys can see in the side-by-side shots here, most noticeable to me, the Mustang is definitely lower. And although I will give the disclaimer, I did put lowering springs on my own vehicle that lowers it around 1.5 inches, but still, without my car being lower, the Mustang comes in at 54.4 inches for the height, and the Challenger comes in at 57.5 inches. So it is a little bit lower to the ground, and it is shorter as well, with the Scat Pack coming in at 197.9 inches, Mustang 188.3. But ultimately, the weight difference is what's going to make this one a little more nimble around the back roads here in Pennsylvania, being 536 pounds lighter. So this one, I'm going to give to the Mustang. Next thing I wanted to mention when comparing these two is the body types. Challenger does come in a coupe-only form. Mustang, however, does come in a coupe and a convertible form. So when it comes to the body type, I did want to just mention that the Mustang is available in a convertible, unlike the Challenger. Next on my list is always the most controversial. Let's talk about the design differences between these two. And let me start with the Challenger has yet to come out with a full redesign since 2008 when it was first brought back to the market. That is pretty interesting. Usually manufacturers don't keep a particular style around all that long before completely redesigning it. On the other hand, the Mustang has seen its most recent redesign in 2015, and it had a small refresh in 2018 as well, but the major redesign was in 2015, and I kind of understand what Dodge is kind of going through at this point. It is a very iconic design for the Challenger. It is going to be extremely hard for them to redesign that thing and still keep its base, so I could probably kind of understand where they're coming from with that one. But with that being said, the Challenger is most definitely due for a redesign. But next, let's compare practicality, and again, I think we know which way this one is going to go. When it comes to the trunk space, the Challenger Scat Pack is going to provide you with 16.2 cubic feet, quite a bit for a two-door. And when it comes to the Mustang, 13.5 cubic feet. So the Challenger does take it when it comes to trunk space, but then it gets better for the Challenger, I should say. Making our way to the rear legroom, Challenger comes in at 33.1 inches. So for a 6-foot adult like myself, I remember reviewing this one plenty of times. I can actually fit back there. So if you had friends you wanted to take on a road trip or anything like that, the Challenger is definitely going to be the one that they are most comfortable in, because for the Mustang's back seats, that comes in at 29 inches, which comparing the three current muscle cars, and I use that term loosely of course, but Mustang does provide you with the least amount of rear legroom, but honestly that is not what the Mustang is for anyways. But in the end, when it comes to practicality, most definitely Challenger is going to take this one. And now for one of the best parts of any comparison test, the sound, and I am not talking about the audio system. I am talking about the exhaust clips, because both of these cars actually sound absolutely amazing. And I remember reviewing the Mustang a few years ago from the 15 to 17 model year. The Mustang exhaust was much quieter compared to the Challenger, but now when the 2018 Mustangs came out, it was once again back to an even playing field in my opinion. So I'm not going to even give my opinion on this one to you guys. Let me just play for you the exhaust clips of my previous reviews, and I will let you guys determine which one you like better. So now the next thing on my list, playing a part in that exhaust clip, let's talk about the power differences. Challenger Scat Pack is going to come with the 6.4-liter naturally aspirated V8 engine, putting out 485 horsepower, 475 pound-feet of torque, giving you a 0 to 60 time that comes in at 4.3 seconds. And for comparison's sake, the Mustang GT is going to give you a 5-liter naturally aspirated V8, 460 horsepower, 420 pound-feet of torque. And with the performance pack that I ordered my personal car with, that is going to give you a 0 to 60 time of 3.9 seconds, quarter-mile time of 11.9, and that performance pack does add around an additional $4,000 to the price. But at this point, you guys are probably saying apples to oranges, right? So let me tell you about a nice little package that the Challenger Scat Pack is offering for 2019 called the 1320 package. This one is super exciting and one that I would definitely consider if I went with the Challenger Scat Pack. This is going to give you a 0 to 60 time of 3.8 seconds, besting the Mustang GT by 0.1 second there. Quarter mile time 11.7. That is absolutely amazing. I love that. And this one again is going to add an additional $4,000. But when it comes to pricing, again, the Challenger Scat Pack does start at a slightly higher price, so you do have to kind of keep that in mind at the same time. But still, 1320 package is definitely a very nice way to put that power to the ground, especially if you plan on drag racing that thing. So when it comes to power, these two are so similar, so I gotta call this one a draw in the end. And so next thing on the list, let's touch on the interior differences between the two. And this one again could go either way. For example, Mustang is going to give you an available carbon fiber trim, an available full digital display that the Challenger won't come with, performance pack gauge displays, and overall there are less hard plastics than the Challenger. And you can definitely see that very easily when you compare the two. But on the other hand, the Challenger Scat Pack is going to give you an available power moonroof, something that the Mustang is not available with. In addition to that, an 8.4-inch color touchscreen display, where the Mustang gives you an 8-inch color touchscreen display. And perhaps my favorite thing that the Challenger gives you is available Alcantara finishes. You only get that on the Shelby if you go with the Mustang, which is way out of the price range we're talking about. So I do love that the Challenger Scat Pack adds the Alcantara if you wanted it as well. So in the end, again, a very close one to call when it comes to interior. But now let's make our way to the braking on this one. And both cars will come available with Brembo 6-piston front calipers. Both cars do come standard with Brembo 4-piston front calipers. Pretty even when it comes to that, but when Motor Trend tested the 60 to 0 times, this is where it gets good. Challenger with the Dynamics package, meaning that Dynamics package is what gives you the 6-piston front calipers. 60 to 0 time on that came in at 107 feet, and the Mustang with the Performance Pack Level 1, again giving you the 6-piston front calipers, comes in at 104 feet. So the Mustang got it just by a little bit on that one. However, if you went with the Mustang Performance Pack Level 2 with a wider wheel and tire combination, that 60 to 0 time, according to Motor Trend, comes in at even 94 feet. Wanted to mention that, and of course, with the Mustang being a lighter car, it is going to stop a little faster than the heavier Challenger Scat Pack. In the end, based on the numbers, this one does go to the Mustang. And then last thing I wanted to compare on my list is the visibility. And it's said that typically the Mustang does offer better visibility between these two, and honestly it does, but the Challenger Scat Pack is not too far off. I've reviewed plenty of Challengers on my channel, the Hellcat, the TA392, just about every Challenger I could think of actually, and I can never remember having any issues with visibility personally. So in the end, for me personally, this one is a tie. Both cars you can see perfectly fine out the back. It's not like we're comparing a Mustang to a Camaro or anything like that. Both cars, when it comes to visibility, are absolutely fine. So in the end, To sum it up, Mustang is definitely more of a modern vehicle between the two, with its available digital gauge cluster, its adjustable ambient lighting, and a more modern design. But with Dodge now offering the 1320 package, I am extremely excited to see these two go head-to-head on the track. And when it comes to straight line performance, these two honestly could go either way down the track. So there should definitely be some pretty intense races between these two. And in the end, this decision ultimately comes down to personal preference, because both cars are very similar, and in my opinion, either way, you cannot really go wrong. And so, but that is about it for this one, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like the video and subscribe. Feel free to follow me on social media at the bottom of the screen there, and I will see you guys in the next video. Stay gold.